Why do you have eat my ass in the background?
I'm glad I'm blocking that because oh my god, I don't know, can you catch that on camera?
You can see it on my end.
Oh yeah, I forgot because you have it.
Yeah, I mean, this is angle.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Sleep Deprived podcast. I am your host, the Canasian, and with me as always is Sunshine.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. I think it's the afternoon over here.
It doesn't matter. There's this guy at McDonald's.
True.
I mean, we go to this McDonald's near my house, and it doesn't matter if it's 10 p.m., if it's 3 a.m. He always says good morning, and I want to ask him. I feel like, what's wrong with you, dude? It's 9 p.m.
Concept of time?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he just lived his whole life is in that McDonald's, and it's always morning. I don't know.
It must just be the Floridian water that he's drinking.
I guess, man. I don't know.
Welcome to episode 4, the fourth time where I roast Floridians. It's going to be a common theme here. If you were listening to a few seconds ago, we had a bit of an awkward moment where, luckily, for the audio listeners, they won't even know. But for the video watchers here, I'm also blocking it, so you guys won't see it. But it doesn't matter anyway. I have a marquee light that sometimes I just put random messages on there. Oftentimes I'll put something to do with Nocturnal. Sunshine also kind of had one that says Nocturnal, but it says Shine Bright right now. But mine said Eat My Ass. So that's a little awkward because I meant to change it. It was meant to be a meme, but you know what? We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. I am going to...
You might as well own it.
I'm going to own it. I'm going to own it, you know? Yeah. I've had a lot of changes throughout my setup recently. For the audio listeners and, well, for everyone, I think that hopefully I sound a lot crispier, you know?
Very crispy.
I feel super official now that we are on Spotify. If you guys do have Spotify and aren't listening to the podcast on Spotify, be sure to do that. But I feel so official because of that, and I also now have that big boy microphone that, you know, all those big streamers have. I decided to not decided. It was kind of a dumb situation that I ended up getting this microphone.
I can't believe that's how it happens. It's ridiculous.
Listen, I don't even know.
You know you can cancel orders, right?
Listen,
and return things.
Listen, the way that I like to see it, it was an accidental full send, and you know what? It was worth it because I sound crispy, I sound clean.
You do.
You know? So I guess we'll start off with a little bit of a story time. I wanted to see how shipping would be for a Shure SM7B, along with, you know, the mixer and all that. And in order to check all the shipping, I had to go to the checkout page just to see the options. For some odd reason, Amazon, you know, just said, hey, you know what? Fuck all the other steps. We're just going to let you buy it. So, you know, I hit the checkout button, and all of a sudden Amazon pops up and said, congratulations, your order.
Well, did you push the one-click buy or
No,
whatever?
I didn't because I had everything in my cart. You know, it's not like I could just press the one-click purchase for one item. It was...
Oh, okay.
So somehow my order went through, and instantaneously, as soon as I saw that page, I said, fuck. It's because I didn't realize. Well, I did realize. I just realized that I had spent a large portion of my money.
Don't blame it on that, bro. Because Amazon, I've canceled orders on Amazon. It takes 2 seconds. You go, oops, cancel.
Listen,
but you're just like, well,
yeah, I could have said, I could have canceled it. But again, you know, I'm at that point where, you know, everything is starting to look up. You know, we're doing pretty good with everything, and I do want to get back into streaming. So I said, you know what? I'll make the investment. I got the camera. I might as well get the microphone, you know?
I mean, yeah, if you're going to do it. I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, like, look at the setup. It's a whole vibe now, you know? So like, yeah, I feel like an epic gamer because I got all the lights and stuff, you know?
The lights.
Yeah. It's sad to say though. I don't know if you've seen the meme, but the whole meme was like where the dad's at the door. It's like, "Are you winning, son?" And the kids at the desk with all the LEDs and all that. I actually feel like that kid now, where like I just don't feel satisfied by winning or like playing video games anymore. Like it's just I have all this, but like for what? So it like I really looked around the other day and I was like, fuck, I have become that kid.
Like, it makes you happy, okay? You do
does.
what makes you happy, even if it's stupid. That's why, a lot of people criticize people for like buying skins and stuff, and
to them,
I don't think there's any. Yeah, it makes you happy. It brings you enjoyment. Some people spend like thousands of dollars on freaking handbags.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and no, people don't get. Well, some people criticize for that, but it's the same thing. Like whatever brings you joy, honey.
Yeah, like some people say, whenever they're driving a nice car, driving a fast car, or like have really nice clothes, they're compensating for something. Me, I am compensating for something for having CS skins, like it makes my e-penis look bigger. But like, yeah, like I don't know. It to me having all this stuff right now, I feel very zen. I feel very in place.
You spend a lot of time at your desk, so it should be an enjoyable experience. It's the same for me. I decked out this room. I got my lights. I got my cute little cloud and shit back there, whatever. It brings me joy. I have this chair is the newest addition to my
I love it. And
office.
Your cat sits there a lot too.
Yes, I fucking live here, and I'm gonna I read all the time. My latest book is Discipline and Punish. It's about medieval torture. So I'm gonna sit and read about medieval torture in my Papazon chair, my like e-girl room.
So what's that book about exactly?
It's a nonfiction book about like the birth of prison and like medieval torture, like how that affects like the modern penitentiary and stuff. Anyway, yeah, it's.
Have you ever heard of the brass bull or golden? I think it's brass because I feel like gold would have been way too fucking expensive to make back then. I think it was like, I don't think it was medieval. I think it was back in like the fucking Roman days. So like,
I'm not sure. The only thing I can think of is like the golden calf from the Bible.
The brass bull, correct me if I'm wrong. Any of the listeners or anything like that. I believe it was a guy who made a sculpture of a bull, and inside there's like a chamber that you could throw people inside.
Oh, I vaguely know what you're talking about.
And then light a fire under it, and like people will be boiling inside, and when they're screaming, the channels inside the bull would make it sound like it's a bull screaming. And the guy, I guess the creator of it had like a whole Dragon's Den kind of meeting with the emperor or whatever, and was like, all right, show me how to do it. So he climbs in himself, and then the emperor just lights it, and he's like, all right, it works.
Jeez, I'm telling you, man, people were fucking crazy back then. I mean, we sound like freaks. We're sitting here starting the podcast with like torture talk, and I got my little torture book. It's for research, okay?
Science.
I'm writing
it's for science.
I'm writing a whole like prison sequence in my book right now, and I need some like good like.
The worst I've seen is a child on a leash, but that's like.
Oh, my sister was on a leash. She was a little
really.
brat. Yes, she would run off everywhere, so she had a leash.
Would you feel embarrassed as a parent to have your child on a leash?
No. I've thought about this a lot because I see parents that have to like do weird shit with their kids in public to like keep them entertained. Like some woman is singing like Old MacDonald at the top of her lungs in Target the other day trying to get her kid to shut up. And I think once you get to that point as a parent, like you don't care what people think about you. You're just doing whatever you can to keep your kid in line. So if that's a leash, if that's singing kid songs in the middle of a store, who cares? I can see myself getting like that. Like, don't look at me, bitch.
Yeah, like how high of like, how loud was the
it was quite loud.
Like
it was quite loud.
It wasn't Old MacDonald, or was it like?
Was
it like Old MacDonald?
It was more like the second one. It wasn't like she was screaming it, but it was definitely like performance level. Like she was putting on a show for her child. And
So
I'm like, that's weird. But like, it was my instinct, like, oh my God, that's so weird and embarrassing. But then I was like, well, I get it. And I think as a parent, whenever I'm a parent one day, I will probably be the same. Like, don't look at me. I'm doing what I need to do. Leave me the fuck alone.
so that's something. Like I feel like for me, I feel like if I was a parent, I guess yeah, you just gotten used to it at that point where you just don't
Okay,
feel embarrassed.
you can either have your kid on a leash or they can get hit by a fucking car.
True.
Because that was what it
True.
was like for my sister. She was a terror. She would like she'd run out in the street. She would sneak candy in the middle of the night. She had like we had bunk beds. I shared a room with my brother and my sister. It was a pretty small room.
Mm-hmm.
So I shared a room with them, and they're much younger than me. But anyway, I slept on the top bunk, my sister on the bottom, and she just had a stash of fucking candy wrappers between the bed and the wall. She was a little rat.
Yeah.
And she would always sneak food, and so yeah, she deserved to be on a leash.
What was your like secret hiding spot when you were a kid? Like, did you have one at all?
I was one of the most well-behaved children
Supposedly.
you will ever. No, seriously though, like I'm not even just saying that. I was very happy and energetic and like naive.
Mm-hmm.
But I behaved. I always sat in my little seat at restaurants and put the napkin in my lap, and I was a little angel.
I think I was. I don't think I was the opposite. Like, I don't think I was a piece of shit. Well, I mean, I was a piece of shit, but like, I don't think I was like super crazy where the point where my parents would have to like put me on a leash. But I was still that weird kid.
Well, that's the thing. I think all kids are weird.
I've seen some pretty vanilla children. But then again, those are usually the ones that are like go off to be super successful and like, you know, own their own business at like 25 and be millionaires.
Maybe. Yeah.
Those are usually the kids that I see that have like rich parents though. So like I don't
know.
I don't think
I've really never encountered, at least a kid that I've spent a lot of time with. Any kid can like behave for an hour. Like, you know, you see a kid in the store chilling, not doing anything. I'm sure he might be a terror when he gets home. You don't know. So I used to work at the Y.
What's
and
the Y?
the
YMCA?
YMCA.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So it's a universal term. Okay.
I
I was just making sure that I was right because here in Canada we call them the Y as well, but I wasn't sure if that was a universal thing.
Yeah, but the Y. And I used to work in the like daycare area where parents could drop off their kids while they were working out. So it was like really like an hour max.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a single normal child ever.
Everyone was different in a different way.
Yes, and there was this one kid, I swear. I wonder what he's doing now. He was a little player.
Like getting all the ladies?
Like trying to get me. I'm like 16. He's like 6.
Oh shit.
And he comes and he's like, "Hey honey. How you doing, sweetie?
Yo.
Man, you look really nice today." Because I saw him all the time, and he
How
would
old
like
would
he
this
like
kid be now, you think?
well, he'd be like 16, 17.
I bet he's slaying all the
Oh,
things.
he's slaying it. Because I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Can I sit in your lap?" And I'm like,
wow.
"Sure." I think his name was Jesse. I think that was his name.
Do you know what the parents were like?
I don't really remember. I never really talked to the parents.
I feel like that's something that he got from one of the parents,
sure.
probably the dad.
Probably his. And I think I'm trying to remember. I don't really remember who would take him to the gym, but regardless, he had the moves.
Damn. I don't think I've actually ever been into a YMCA.
I mean,
I had something like as when I was a kid. What was it called? I think it was called the Kids Sports Zone or whatever, and it was like, honestly, it was the most lit place for a child. It closed down not recently. It closed down a while ago, and it made me sad because I was still a kid at the time that it closed down. But like the place was awesome. It had a bunch of like inflatable castles. Like it was like a really big building. And they had like all these inflatable things. Like they had like a tower, they had like a jumping space, like obstacle courses for the inflatables. They had fucking DDR there, And
Shit.
the best one is that they had an indoor laser tag place. And
Jesus.
bro, I was like, I broke so many rules there, but like I was just so agile when I was a kid. Like the two places that like I owned at that place were DDR and laser tag. I remember because like there's like it was basically like it was a maze, but like under the walls there'd be like a little place that you can kind of like not supposed to climb through. But like it became to me it became like a game of fucking CS where I was like okay, I know that they're gonna start from here. All right, the rotations are gonna be here. So
Hard.
I would like matrix the shit out of it and just like slide under these things and just start blasting everyone. I don't think there was, and I remember they had like a tournament there, and like a series of tournaments. I didn't lose a single one of them. I was the best at that laser tag course. No one could fucking beat me.
I want to do laser tag. I've never done it. It just seems so fun.
I feel like laser tag will always be fun, but I think where it's at now, like I don't necessarily like paintball, but I feel like airsoft is fun. Airsoft is a lot of fun. I'd prefer that over laser tag and paintball. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's like kind of similar to that. Nerf, but Nerf sucks because like you always have to pick up the bullets and shit, and I'm out of bullets, and you start picking up fucking darts out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
I had so much fun. You good?
No. I fucked up my arm.
You've been going to the
Sorry.
gym?
Yes.
You're not lifting properly.
I know, probably. I don't know what happened. It's so like I can't even like lift my shoulder.
Put it on your armrest and just leave it there. You want to get
Sorry,
a break to
I
get
don't
some
mean to.
ice?
No, it's fine. It's been hurting for days.
Yikes. Have you gone to was it physio?
No.
Maybe you should.
Fuck.
When was the last time you worked? Like, did you work out your arm after it started hurting?
No.
Okay,
I haven't done
because again, then that's not a good idea.
I did play Beat Saber when it was hurting though, and I think that was
that's also a big mistake of yours.
Well, I was like, look, because I haven't been able to work out my upper body, so I was like, well, I can do some Beat Saber. It's fine. It wasn't hurting that bad anyway, because I was like, dude, Beat Saber is hardcore cardio.
Well, yeah, duh. That's why I want to get VR so bad, but at the same time, I just bought this short, so it's not gonna happen for a little bit.
Fair. The Quest 2 is great.
How much is the Quest?
The Quest 2 is $299 for the base. Yeah, it's cheap. It's really not that bad. And I think ours was $399 because we got one with the higher memory. But I'm pretty sure it starts at $299.
I might look into that then, maybe for Christmas. I don't know.
The only thing is, I will say that you do want the Elite strap because it doesn't come with the better strap. The Elite strap is like $50, I think.
What is the Elite strap?
It's harder. It's more rigid. Whereas it comes the base comes with just like a cloth strap, and it's not quite as comfortable for long-term use.
I'll look into it.
Anyway, it's a good price and it's great. Like the mate we got the Rift like right when it first came out, the very first version of it.
Yeah.
And it's good, but the problem is you have to have the sensors in the corner and you're very limited, and it has to be tethered to your PC, and it makes VR a little bit of a hassle. Whereas the Quest, you can still tether it to your PC and play like Rift games and stuff, but there's also a lot of stuff you can do just sitting on your couch or being out in your living room, which is, I think, huge for VR because it's more accessible.
See, I don't know if I want to cut out that part where we were talking about your pain, just because now I have like an actual question for you regarding like VR. Like, how far do you think we'll go at least within the like next 5 years of VR?
It's so hard. I think there needs to be more advancements, like better games, because right now it's still kind of like a novelty. Like, so it's hard to say. I really thought, like, I mean, have you read or watched Ready Player One?
No, but my comparison was going to be like SAO or Sword Art Online.
Oh, that's kind of similar, but I haven't seen all of Sword Art Online.
I fucking love that show. I got addicted to it.
I need to finish it. It looks really good.
It's so cute.
But Ready Player One, at least the movie not so much, but the book really focuses on like VR and how it affects society and stuff. And that's really interesting. So to get to that point where like everybody uses VR. There's like a whole economy surrounding it.
Yeah.
Like people just end up living in like these tiny little apartments because you don't need anything.
Yeah,
You
because
just
you're
need a
just
place to sleep and eat and bathe, and you go right back to VR.
yeah.
So like I think to even get to like a quarter of that level, a lot needs to happen.
Yeah. So within the next 5 years, you don't think we'll see something like that?
Not I don't think so. Again, it would take. I think that if something like the virus kept going, like say we
Oh,
really
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like if let's say that COVID was like 10 times worse and people
Mega
actually had
COVID.
to yes, like people actually had to stay in their houses and the economy actually crashed and businesses went under and there's nowhere to go, no entertainment, like I think something like that would force the advancement of VR
Yeah.
and people would be, because I mean, we saw it a little bit like when COVID first happened, like all the consoles sold out, like things
Yeah.
like Ring Fit, you couldn't get Ring Fit because people wanted an option to like be active while in quarantine. Like, so you saw a little bit of that. And I think that if this went on for several years
Yeah.
and kept going
Which
and got to a
please
point
tell
of
me
like
it
no
won't
return.
ever happen. I swear to God, if it does, I'm gonna cry.
Well, you know that from what I understand, Pfizer has a 90% effective vaccine now. So
Thank God.
it's gonna take a while,
Well, yeah,
obviously, for
obviously
like
to push everything out and get it
right, but
manufactured.
hopefully that means that next year my guess would be like March we'll
March of
start.
next year.
That'd be my guess.
I feel like mid 20. I hate to say it, but I feel like mid 2021 is when we can like
Yeah,
start living
things
a somewhat normal life.
I think like masks won't go away for a while.
I feel
Um,
like that's going to be like 2023. I feel like people are going to remember it long enough to be like paranoid about it and
well,
keep
I
their masks
think
until a good
you
long
know,
time.
I mean, I went to Japan and
Hmm.
anybody who has been to like any Asian country, like they wear masks
Yeah.
like all the time. Like it's normal for them. Like if you have a cough
Well,
or if
especially in
you
China.
mhm. But like Japan, like I would say like probably 40% of the maybe not 40%, like 35 to 40% of the people I saw on like the Shinkansens and stuff, they were
Hmm.
wearing masks and it's a courtesy thing. It's like I have a cough, I don't feel well, I'm gonna wear a mask, or it's just, I can't afford to get sick right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wear a mask. And I think that's great. I think that, how many times I've been freaking sneezed on or coughed on by
Yeah. It's
people.
gross.
I'm okay with that kind of change. Like maybe not everybody has to wear one all the time, but be courteous. If you're sick, wear a mask.
Hmm.
Maybe that's something that will be a thing now. But I
Yeah.
don't know, based on all the people who are just so adamant about not wearing masks.
I think the dumbest thing I've seen was the video. Like it's just like in a convenience store, and this chick walks up to the clerk, and she's wearing a mask, but she cut a hole out of her mask. She's like, "Hey, where'd you get that mask?" She's like, "Oh, it's like I
Oh
got it.
my god.
I just couldn't breathe, so I had to cut a hole out." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's super effective. Like your brain's not there. Hello." Like,
Oh my god.
and the funny thing is, like, that whole video turned into a series because she found out that she went viral and said, "Hey, what the fuck? Like, you can't be doing that." He's like, "Well, I'm doing it right now." and,
Ugh.
and I guess because like she came back and figured out that he was recording again and was doing it over and over again, that she put like some sort of like she called the cops. And apparently, I'm not sure if it's real, but apparently her name is actually Karen.
Oh god.
Yeah. I don't think it's real.
Uh,
Like, part of me feels like it is, but at the same time, just
you
I
would
don't.
be so surprised. I mean, I see people I watched somebody get fucking pissed off at this poke place near my house.
Mhm.
I'm just going, I'm trying to get some poke, whatever, and they've got a sign on the door that's like, "Wear a mask."
Yeah.
And this dude walks in without a mask, and I'm, like, watching him come in without a mask, and I'm like, "Here we go," because he just looks the type, right?
Yeah.
And so the people working there are, like, super nice, and they have the mask, and they have a mask, they're like, "Can you put this on?" And he's like, "I'm not wearing a fucking mask."
Yeah.
And like, if you want to be in here, you got to wear a mask. And I'm just like, dude, just put on the fucking mask for 5 minutes.
Not even
Like,
probably.
no, like oh, I like nobody's saying that doesn't suck.
Mhm.
Yes, I don't like wearing a mask out all the time going to the store.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. It makes my chin break out.
Yeah.
Everybody's breaking out because of the mask. Like, I get it. It sucks. Like, my husband has to go to work for 8 hours a day sometimes and wear a mask the whole time. It's
Yeah.
not fun. I know. But suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah.
Just fucking put it on. It's not that hard.
Now,
And
with the people that say that, like, how much of the people do you think are faking it when they say they have like a medical condition and they can't wear a mask?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm sure that's a thing. Like,
I'm
I'm
sure
not
it is,
saying
but I
it's
feel like a
not.
good majority of the people that say I can't wear it because I have a medical condition. I feel like most of us just lying. Like, show me the paperwork.
You're just uncomfortable. That's not the
Yeah.
same as having a medical some people have, like, claustrophobia and anxiety and stuff, and I get how feeling constricted like that can freak you out, like,
Hmm.
that's understandable, fine. There are exceptions to the rule, but it's like you said, I think most people are just the second they feel any kind of discomfort, just
We'll
like, "Well, I
flip
can't
out.
handle it."
Yeah.
Like, calm down. There's a difference.
Yeah, I don't. It makes me mad when I see people not wearing masks. Like I've seen, like actually the other day, like I didn't want to say anything because it's not my business, but at the same time, it's like it really made me mad. It's just like I was on the bus and there's just a young couple sitting there in the back of the bus without like not wearing their mask and like not even thinking about it. It's like, like if you guys get COVID, not my problem, but like everyone here is trying to like respect the whole rule about it, and
Yeah.
like especially like if it is like for like I more get mad when it's like something like public transportation, like where the driver is like putting himself out for you
Yeah.
guys. Like you guys have to get somewhere. Well, like, he's doing his job, but at the same time, you're putting him at risk.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just it's the difference between being selfish and only thinking of yourself and your own feelings and your own discomfort as opposed to being respectful to participating in a society.
Yeah.
Like sometimes if you want to be part of a society, you've got to do things
That you
to
don't want
protect
to
others
do.
around you. Like it's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
And it's literally like the least you can do. I get it if you don't agree with I don't know if I get it, but if you don't agree with it, whatever. If it makes you uncomfortable, like, sorry, but we're all dealing with a bunch of shit right now. Like, it's
Yeah.
literally the least you can do.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, man. I hope we never have to go. Well, I have a feeling now with like just everything happening in the world, I honestly won't be surprised if something like this in our lifetime happens again.
I would like to hope that if something like this happened again, we would do a better job and we would have
Learn
learned a lot
learn
from
from the
this.
first time.
Yeah, because this obviously there wasn't the right infrastructure and stuff to like deal with this kind of thing. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of scrambling and a lot of
Panic.
whatever panic and, disagreements as to what should be done. And I would like to think that next time, maybe after this is all over, they'll say, okay, let's get a solid plan in place of what to do next time this happens.
Yeah. I actually had like the thought, like it's actually like super terrifying to me, the thought of like, like with the whole glaciers melting and stuff like that, like what if there's like some sort of like secret fucking frozen like disease or something that like comes out through the water and just murders us all.
You're watching too much anime, bro.
Shut up. I've only seen one and it has nothing to do with that. No, I just had that thought the other day. It's like, I don't know. It's like, what if that happens? We're fucked.
I mean, like, just based on how we handled this, can you imagine, like, if it was actually, like the kind of shit you see in the movies?
Yeah.
Like, the shit that's, like, got a 50% death rate or even a 25% death rate. It would have been society would have collapsed as we know it.
It
It's
would
like
come from a 50% to probably 100%, like, in some way.
yeah, it would be awful, and that this just shows, like, this was really bad, but it's not as bad as it could have been.
We're just dumb.
Yeah, people are it's just this, like, refusal this division and this refusal to, like
Yeah, it's crazy how
yeah.
I saw a map of like the worldwide kind of like cases of it, and like to see the United States, like it was just like I'd say it was like 5% white and the rest of it was red. and it was like scary to see.
I mean, yeah.
Like, fuck, it's, man, I just hope it ends soon. I think, well, obviously everyone does, but it's been a nightmare. I feel like it's hard to like with podcasts, especially if we're like doing it based like just purely off of stories and just dumb thoughts. Like, it's gonna be hard to come up with stories when we're just sitting inside.
I haven't done it. Like, all of my plans this year just
went out the door.
Yeah, everything. And I mean, I was lucky because, you know, I was already working from home and stuff, so it didn't really affect me on that level. Obviously, as a streamer, it affected me because, you know, a streamer's income is based a lot on like disposable income of others. Yeah. So, and just the comfort level. So I was affected that way. But I was very fortunate in that, you know, I still had a job. I still had something I could do. And, you know, my husband's an essential worker. So we were really fortunate there.
Yeah.
But
it's like we had so much plans, man. Remember when we were like all planning to go to PAX East? Yeah, that's definitely not happening anymore. TwitchCon was the first one, but then we pushed that back because we knew that COVID would be affecting us, but we didn't think it'd be that bad.
I wasn't probably going to go to TwitchCon this year anyway. I'd already decided that.
Either, just without how everything kind of lined up outside of COVID.
And I wanted to go to PAX again. That was my thing.
PAX is just closer.
I mean, it's closer, and honestly, yeah, it was more fun. Like, TwitchCon was fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed meeting people, but PAX had so much to do.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've been to Animazement, I've been to MegaCon. I've really mainly been to like MegaCon because it's in Orlando near me. But anyway, I find that even with TwitchCon, once you buy like a day pass, there's not really that much to do like the next days. I don't know. Like, I feel like if I go more than one day, I'm kind of like, whatever, now what I do. Like, I don't really care about going to all the panels and stuff.
For me, it's just really just the traveling and to see the people. I wouldn't even necessarily go for the convention. Like, I feel and like I feel like TwitchCon is for like, it's really just central to Twitch, like in streaming. Right. But like PAX East is like for gamers. Like there's so much
PAX
more.
was I only went to PAX for one day, and I wished that I had gotten a multiple day pass.
And I feel like there'd be a lot more just hanging out at PAX than at TwitchCon, because I feel like everyone goes to TwitchCon with the purpose of networking, and you know, there's gonna be like fucking business cards flying at you left and right. But PAX East is like, if you have that friend group, then cool. You know, if somebody recognizes you as a streamer, then maybe they'll come talk to you. But like, I feel like it's more central to just hanging out and talking about gaming and just all that. Meanwhile, TwitchCon is I feel like is just a business thing.
TwitchCon was fun. I felt like I experienced some negative stuff at TwitchCon, and I didn't particularly enjoy that. I mean, a lot of people treat Twitch as like a popularity contest.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know. Like, I met like really awesome people that I knew from streaming, but I also encountered just like really shitty people. Like, the downside, like the kind of people that like looked at your badge and saw that if you weren't a partner, like they don't really care about talking to you. And it's like, that's like, fuck you. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
You know, and you can tell when you're talking to somebody and they're not interested in you, and somebody else comes in and they just like, literally all I have to do is see a check mark and they're like, oh,
that was my chance.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. And that left a sour taste in my mouth at TwitchCon big time.
That's why I see it more as a business kind of convention.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, you know, it's people acting like, oh, it's a time to just like be all friends. Like, fuck you. No. You're trying to get yours and meet people, and like,
which
that's
is why
fine.
I see more time, like see more of an enjoyable time at PAX. Mind you, like, I feel like the only reason for me to go to TwitchCon would be for one, the destination, and two, like my friends. Like, other than that, I don't see myself doing much at TwitchCon. Like, I might as well just like go to California and meet my friends, right? Like,
and that's what ended up being. Like, we had our group of people and we ended up just like going out with them, and like
that's what I see TwitchCon more for, is like it's just an excuse to just travel. Meanwhile, PAX, I would see myself doing more stuff at the convention, and doing that. Like, yeah, I've been to Boston. It's a nice city, but like like if PAX was in, well, isn't there PAX West?
In Texas, or well, that's PAX South. Yeah. I don't know.
Like
there's
if PAX was in California, I'd probably love that way more. Just because, like, for me, like, I just don't like the cold. I just want to be somewhere warm.
Yeah.
So like having PAX in like California would be sick, and that would be like for me the ideal convention. But like the only reason why I'd really want to go is because like I love, like, obviously a lot, like, to me it's just the whole tourist mindset, and like everyone that lives in California fucking hates it. But like for me, I feel like it's my dream to be there. I don't know what it is.
I would never want to live in California.
Yeah. For me, I think it's just like being surrounded by like media and not, you know what I mean? Like kind of like artistic feel. Like I just love the vibe in California. I was there for a week. I think it was like just over a year ago, actually, or under a year ago. I loved it there. You know, every second of it was amazing. I felt right there. I don't know, but yeah, obviously it's not a cheap place to live.
No, that's yeah.
People are saying that Tejas is like the second best place to go at that point. It's cheaper and it's apparently nice, but I've never. I have a for some reason I only ever see like cowboys in Texas. Like that's my thought. I don't imagine anything else, you know.
Well, Austin is very much like not that. It's young, you know, techie people.
Yeah. See,
artistic people.
See, again, like you say that, but like I still can't get that image in my head. It's one of those things that like
then that's a real image. Like I've never been to Texas, but my husband went on a business trip and he was like, yeah, dude, they all literally just wear cowboy hats and like have horns on the front of their trucks, and it's like exactly what you think.
Yeah. Like there's so many like places in America, well, just in the world, where it's like all stereotypes, and I can't get that image out of my head. Like Texas is very much, and I feel so dumb mainly for American geography, because like for the longest time I thought Tennessee was like a part of Texas. I always thought Missouri was like anything that sounded southern. I always thought was part of Texas.
You just not like around Texas.
Exactly. Like no, like I thought it was like a city or something in Texas. Like the picture of Texas was anything southern. Like I don't know. Like, and then like when my friends pointed out like Missouri's Missouri's its own state, right? Mm-hmm. Like when people pointed out that Missouri was a state, I was like, what? I thought it was part of Texas. It's like, no, are you dumb? Funny. It's like, what about Tennessee? It's like, no, it's not. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, look, Texas is pretty big. I get why you would think that.
I don't know. It's just I feel like all the stereotypes. Like as soon like I get the picture, I hear it. You know, I hear that it's southern. All right, Texas.
I mean, there's different types of southern.
Yeah.
Like the southern I was raised in is very different from like Texas southern.
Yeah. All right. Here's my question to you. Okay, I'm gonna piss people off here. Is God. Montana its own place?
Yes, Montana is its own place, and it's not really near Texas.
Fuck.
So
I'm sorry to all the American listeners right now. This just goes
it's fine. I don't know shit about Canada either.
Yeah, we just got like fucking Saskatoon and goddamn fucking.
You just got fucking Monties and Moose.
Monties?
That's all I imagine.
It's Mounties. we're here. We are showing off our ignorance. I feel like most Americans see Canada as Toronto, Quebec, and then fucking Vancouver. Like I feel like those are like the three main places in Canada that people know. Like if I mention like Nunavut or like Saskatchewan, they'll be like, huh? Like they won't know what the fuck is happening. So, but you know, I guess the same goes for me as a Canadian looking into America. But like,
okay, I saw something that I have to ask you about.
Yes.
It was like somebody had put maple syrup in the snow.
Yes. And made candy out of it.
Fuck?
Yeah.
How is that normal?
They freeze the maple syrup.
That is some
It's like a nice little candy. Mind you, I don't eat it too much because like I'm not a sweets person. I'm more of a like I like savory more than sweet. But like it's a treat, you know. You melt
You just take your maple syrup outside, or you clearly got maple syrup in your pocket at all times. You go, "This snow looks good," and you just drizzle
Well,
some
no,
maple syrup on
it's not
it.
like I just have a fucking thing of maple syrup and be like, "Oh, this looks like a good spot, eh?" Like no, like there's specific places that do it. Like yeah, like I can do it in my backyard, but it's not something that like most
That
people do. It's like to us it's like a treat that we'll go out to like a maple farm and like go get like, you know, all those kinds of treats and stuff and get our cans or jars of maple syrup. Like it's a treat, you know?
that's some Canadian shit. That's probably the most Canadian shit I've ever heard, right next to bagged milk.
Bagged milk? Hey man, it's convenient.
How? How
It's
is that convenient?
I actually well, they save a lot of space, I find. Like I find milk jugs are just like fucking massive and like take up a lot of space in your fridge. Like meanwhile a
But a
bag
bag but a bag I feel like takes up more space. You gotta move it around like a fucking, like, I
no, we
don't
have like
placenta, like, it's just
no,
flopping
it's not like
everywhere,
it's
like,
not like we just cut the bag and leave it to fucking like spill all over the place. We have like these little
I'm
cartons.
just imagining, like, a Ziploc bag of milk that you're just, like, carrying around.
No, we like for me I have like a little like handle thing. You just put it in. It's like a pouch kind of thing. Like a
Well, how do you
plastic.
pour it? Do you put it in a pitcher or
Yeah, it's basically a pitcher, but like it holds the bag. You just cut the end of the bag and you just pour it in.
Oh,
Like that's what I have. I'm not sure if there's anything else, but like that's all I've seen is just again it's just like a plastic container. You store the bag in and then you just cut the tip and just pour it.
okay, I guess. Whatever.
I
Y'all
mean,
weird.
excuse me. Listen here. We don't walk our alligators or crocodiles.
Nobody
on a
walks their alligators, alright? What's something, like, weird and Southern that you've heard of that really weirds you out?
Oh, fuck. I don't know, man.
How
Like
do you feel about, like, biscuits and gravy?
that actually sounds good cuz again, you
Okay, a
like
lot of
I
people are grossed out by that.
see like I think like for me like American food's fucking lit. Like I love it. Like y'all like I know that y'all be getting diabetes and fucking diabetes
That's 'cause
and
we know how to eat, man.
like cholesterol problems and shit. But like man, I had pizza like in my first time in Florida, like we were going to Disney World and my dad bought fucking Pizza Hut. Oh my god. I
Ew.
never I'd never tasted a pizza I'd never tasted pizza from Pizza Hut so good in my life.
Pizza Hut? Bro, that's
Yo,
trash tier. Pizza Hut's trash tier.
yeah, but that goes to show you how fucked it is here in Canada. Like Pizza Hut here in Canada, like it's like, it's all right. It's a pizza, but like I don't know. It's just like it just tasted so much better in America. I don't know what it was, but
It's probably extra sugar.
No. I was just gonna say probably extra fucking grease.
Yeah, that's probably all it is.
But like I don't know. Like American food's just like it's so good, but I know it's not good. And like I only had Taco Bell twice in my life, and one was in Canada and one was in America. And like holy shit, Taco Bell was good. Like I don't know, and right now I know you're cringing because like to you those are like probably like fucking like C tier restaurants, but like again goes to show you how fast food is here in Canada.
Mm.
And like one thing that I really want to try now, because we like a few years ago, like we got a Five Guys here in Ottawa in my city, and like that's really good. But I want to know what an American Five Guys is like.
I have to limit myself to Five Guys like once or twice a year because
It's
man.
probably super bad for you.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
But it's so good. And they just go, "You want a small fry? Here you go. Here's a whole fucking bag of fries."
I remember it's like my second time at Five Guys ever is because my dad was picking me up from like an activity that I was doing cadets, and it was like late at night, but I hadn't had dinner and neither had my dad. It's like, "You want to go to Five Guys because it's on the way?" It's like, "Yeah, sure." We got our burgers and shit, and the guy was like, "Hey, we're about to close. Do you just want all the fries here?" And we legit the bag was like this big. We ended up getting like probably up, like, no, I'm not even kidding. It was up to the brim with the bag of fries.
Man.
We had like, obviously it's gross after the day, but like we had fries for the next like 2 days.
Ugh. God.
But like that's how much fries they fucking gave us, and like, yeah, no charge, like whatever, we're about to close.
Yeah, they're just getting rid. Dude, I had that happen. We ordered Popeyes. We were all like late at night. We ordered Popeyes delivery.
Yeah.
And there was like 10 of us. We ordered a fuck ton of chicken.
Yeah.
And I guess they were just like, they cleaned it out. Dude, I can't even explain to you how much chicken we received.
Listen, to all the people there that work food service and you give out the extra, I salute you. You know,
Yes,
you are a gift to God. We love you. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, I salute you. I salute the veterans out there too. You know,
I love how the veterans are an afterthought.
Listen, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you for protecting our country. You are a godsend, and the people that also work food service and give out, you are also a godsend. You are a little bit under the veterans and stuff. I'm sorry.
A little bit.
It has to be said, but to me, in my heart, you're a close second. No disrespect, though. No disrespect. I love everybody. Yeah. But man, Popeyes is another one that I want to try. Popeyes and KFC.
Popeyes is number one. A lot of people don't like my opinion on that, but yeah. Popeyes is better than any other fried chicken place.
Yeah, we're gonna do one of those. We're gonna do one of those tier lists of fast food. We'll do that.
We need to do a taste test one of these days.
Next PAX East the PAX East that we all go to, we'll do that, and then we'll have you do a cooking show for us too.
That would be awesome.
But this one's gonna. I feel like we're gonna get canceled. I'm gonna get canceled right here.
You've already said like 3 things that I think that could get you canceled this podcast, so you might as well just keep with that theme.
So, the Popeyes sandwich, just like the chicken sandwich, the one that people have literally been murdered over, came here to Canada not too long ago, and I had to wait like 2 weeks for it to get back in like it was out of sale. And you know, first of all, what chicken place runs out of chicken? That pissed me off. I had to wait like 2 weeks just to try the sandwich. And in that time I tried the KFC sandwich, like the equivalent. And I'm sorry to all the people that love it. I didn't like the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
You didn't like it? I would say that it definitely wasn't like mind blowing.
No, like mine was like, at least for me, like mine was fucking dry.
You might have just gotten a bad one.
Maybe, but like that's part of the reason why I don't like chicken too much. Like I'm more of like a beef person. It's just because like chicken, like no matter what, it will 90% of the time be dry.
Yeah, well that's one thing that's why I go to Chick-fil-A. I have a Chick-fil-A problem. Chick-fil-A always has that juicy, moist chicken.
Yeah,
like that's key because I agree.
I'm more of a beef guy. I like a beef patty.
Fair. I'm with you there usually.
Yeah,
you got to know how to cook chicken. I know how to cook chicken.
Yeah,
and I know how to keep it moist. But if you ever go to like a restaurant and they're serving a chicken dish, fuck that. It's always dry.
Beef,
yeah, same. I never order chicken in a restaurant.
I do want to try Chick-fil-A though. We don't have one here in Canada.
Oh,
well, here in Ottawa at least. I think I'm sure they have one in Toronto by now. Toronto seems to have all the things America has.
Our Chick-fil-A is a traffic hazard. Like I'm not even kidding. People have died. I think I'm exaggerating there, but people have gotten in car accidents over that Chick-fil-A. So there's one just like there's this kind of busy road.
Yeah.
And it's just like right off the highway, and there's like a little tiny road off the highway that you go in the Chick-fil-A, but that line will back up all the way down the main road, and people will stop in the middle of the road like trying to turn in. It's terrible. They're supposed to be building another one like 2 miles down the road.
Hopefully that'll ease the traffic.
Literally, like just because that Chick-fil-A is insane. I don't go there when it's like primetime hours.
Chick-fil-A is the ones that closed on Sundays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
In-N-Out is the one that I remember having. That one's only in California, right?
Yeah, In-N-Out is overrated.
Really?
Yes.
I fucking loved it.
Bro. When I went to KwitchCon in San Diego, I never had one, and people are always talking about In-N-Out.
Yeah.
And I was ready for it, and I was like, this is
trash.
It wasn't trash, but like it was just
I'm probably also looking at it from the outside, like with somebody that doesn't have like Chick-fil-A or what
Sure.
is you guys call it, Whataburger or whatever.
Oh, I've only had Whataburger once. They're
I've
not
only
everywhere.
heard of Whataburger recently. I didn't even know it was a chain until like recently.
Yeah.
What else?
I'm not really that familiar.
Like Sonic, I've never tried. Is that
Sonic's...
the one? That's the one that they roll up in roller skates, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like a drive-in kind of thing.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
See, yeah, I've never tried those, so I feel like it for me, like that enhanced flavor comes from somebody from the outside who's never tried any of these places.
That's fair. An In-N-Out burger to me really doesn't taste any different than like any other. Like we have Steak and Shake here.
That's one that I've wanted to try. I've heard every single time that it beats out every one of them.
No, Five Guys is the best.
Really? Okay.
Yes, Five Guys is number one. Steak and Shake is pretty good. I have one like really close to my house. If you want a good milkshake, Steak and Shake got you there.
Yeah.
Their burgers are pretty good though. That's what I'm saying. I think In-N-Out and Steak and Shake are like pretty much on the same level.
Okay, I'm coming to Florida when COVID's all over. You guys are taking me out everywhere, okay?
Of course, dude. I
plan on dying of cardiac arrest in Florida when you guys do.
Down to help with that, bro.
Awesome. Wait, hell yeah. Like, I don't know, like it's like when I went to California, like I wanted to try everything. I ended up trying Taco Bell, which we have here anyway, but that was pretty good. In-N-Out I got to try. Fat Sal's I got to try, which is I think is only in California. That sandwich will fuck your heart up. I had like fucking five stacks of goddamn meat and like fucking French fries inside. Like, holy shit. No, like, I'm not even kidding. My heart felt like...
That's how you know it's good, when you like got heart palpitations.
Yeah, I was like, I don't feel too good right now, Chief.
You gotta have a lie down after that.
Yeah, and like I couldn't even finish it. Like, if I can't finish a meal, that just goes to show you how much there was.
Oh,
like,
dude,
I normally finish everything I eat plus somebody else's.
Portion sizes in the US are just out of control. One thing, we went to Japan, I noticed like whenever we went to restaurants, we always ate like exactly what they gave us.
Yeah.
And never had leftovers, never felt like overly stuffed.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize until like halfway through the trip, we're like, oh, that's really nice. Whereas last night, for example, we got Carrabba's and I got spaghetti. And I swear to God, they must have given me an entire box of spaghetti.
Man,
it could have fed a family of 4. And I'm like,
fucking wish, man.
Dude.
Okay, here's another restaurant that I've heard of. I've never really thought to try it, but what's it called? I never thought it was a restaurant. I always thought it was a fucking meme. But Buca de Beppo.
Oh,
It's like a pasta place.
I've seen it. I don't know that I've ever been there. If I have, it's only been.
I legit always thought that there was like a joke. Like that was a nickname, because I can never take a fucking restaurant seriously if it's fucking called Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo.
It just doesn't sound real. It sounds like a meme.
I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I feel like it's akin to Olive Garden.
That's another place I haven't tried. How's Olive Garden? Is Olive Garden good?
Dude, okay. I used to work at Denny's.
Yeah.
Which is, a diner.
Yeah.
Denny's had better spaghetti and meatballs than Olive Garden, and that shit was microwaved. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, because I remember because I actually used to eat the spaghetti. It was pretty good, actually. I used to eat the spaghetti meatballs at the restaurant, and I went to Olive Garden and I'm like, bro, how the fuck does Denny's beat you out on spaghetti and meatballs?
Denny's is like a breakfast place for crackheads and shit. Like, what?
Dude, Denny's has some good food.
Yeah, I'm not denying their burgers are pretty good.
The burgers are good.
But like, I can never take Denny's seriously because every time I've gone, it's like I've always seen like crackhead type people.
Well, I worked at one on International Drive in Orlando, which was near like Universal.
Yeah.
So I had a different experience. We also sold alcohol.
Oh.
Which is like really rare for a Denny's. So my experience, I worked graveyards, Yeah. We had to drag like a drugged out guy out of the bathroom one time. I mean, that does happen.
Yeah, it's
I was spit on by dudes like.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but
Jeez.
we got a lot of tourists. It was fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, Olive Garden, back to that, is
Trash
pretty
tier.
pretty trash tier. I like it, but only if I go for the soup and salad.
See, again, I wouldn't know what to get there. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of one restaurant that I really enjoyed in the States. Oh, Red Robin. Holy shit, Red Robin.
Oh, Red Robin.
Oh
Red
my
Robin's
god,
good.
that shit was lit.
Red Robin will
Like,
give you heart palpitations.
bro,
Dude.
oh my god. The ranch there, I don't know what it was. Like, I've never had ranch that tasted so fucking delicious in my life.
It's probably mostly mayonnaise.
I don't care, bro. That shit was delicious. I will drink that shit.
Dude, Red Robin is about as American as it gets. You can get bottomless fries.
Yes.
And you can have a root beer float as a bottomless beverage.
Oh my god.
A root beer float is not a beverage,
No,
okay?
That's a treat.
It's a dessert, but you can get like 6 of them if you want.
Oh jeez. Fuck. Man, I'm gonna get a visa. I'm gonna be living in America. Holy shit. I'm not.
We gain like 50 pounds.
Not even. I'm probably gonna gain like 150. I'll be proud of that shit. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Man, like fuck, it's so fucking good. Like, oh my god. Like one thing I was a little disappointed though, because like I wanted to try their ramen burger. But like,
oh, I didn't know that was a
yeah,
thing.
they have I think they call it the red ramen burger or something like that. And it looked good. Like, I just want to try it because, like, you know, I'll be that one Asian guy that just shows up and gets the ramen burger, and all his white friends just get regular food.
My god.
Like, but like they didn't have it at the time, so I was like, wow, that's a little disappointing. But like I just had a regular burger. And I'm like, oh my god, that was so good.
That shit's good. I went not too long ago for the first time in a while. It's amazing.
Man, like, there's so many restaurants that like that's just like common for you guys that I just want to try. Like, it's
we're very blessed.
When the borders open up, I'm definitely coming to visit one of the American.
Yes, come to Florida. Let's
I definitely
go.
will, because then I can go to Disney World as well and just be like, fuck it.
Oh, I miss Disney so much. We were pass holders. We were pass holders for 6 years, but then we canceled it because of COVID and everything.
Yeah,
because they're open.
What?
But yeah, they've been open.
See, this is why y'all are the most fucked in terms of COVID right now.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't smart. I mean, I get that it's a mixed bag, and I get that people have to go back to work, and Disney employs a fuck ton of people. Like, so I get that. Like, whatever. I'm just gonna leave my opinion out of it.
Yeah.
But regardless, I didn't want to go out in Florida heat with a mask on. I understand why people need to wear a mask. I'm not saying that, but I just don't. I'm not gonna do that. Like,
yeah, you'd rather go when you don't have to wear a mask and fucking die.
So we're gonna probably, I don't know, we'll probably get our passes back once all this is over. But
when it's all over, I'll be sure to take some vacation time and come visit, because that is, I think, yeah, like I want to go somewhere warm, and I don't have friends in California, so Florida's probably the next bet.
It's fucking warm here.
Hey man, I'm used to humidity already. Humidity fucking sucks. I'm used to it at this point. Like, yeah, and if there's a chance that I can get eaten by a croc, then even better.
Alligator.
Alligator,
sure.
sorry.
If you want that to happen, I can make it happen.
Is Chompy still alive?
No.
Oh no.
They killed him.
What? That's too
R.I.P. Chompy.
Rest in peace, Chompy.
People go hunting for alligators because they can eat them, and it's illegal to do that. You're not supposed to do that.
What about iguanas? I feel like iguanas is a bad, like, there's a bad, like, isn't there like open hunting for fucking iguanas like every now and then?
I don't know. We don't have iguanas here, or not that I've seen. There's iguanas like more down south.
Oh,
I think
okay,
like Miami and stuff.
Yeah, okay. Figured. Okay.
I don't know.
Because like I've seen like videos, like I follow this guy on Instagram. It's like his name's like Real Tarzan or whatever, and like he goes off to catch like iguanas and like puts them. I don't know where he puts them, but like
rescues them.
Yeah. Like, well, he catches them in the wild because apparently people like just fucking kill them because there's so many of them. Because as far as I know, I'm pretty sure they're an invasive species.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Anyway, iguanas are cool. Like, they used to be like my favorite fucking reptile.
Iguanas are cool.
But yeah, like fucking alligator. Wait, it's alligators in Florida, right?
Yes.
Okay, where the?
I think maybe there are like some types of crocodiles out in the Everglades or something.
Yeah.
But it's mostly gators.
I still don't know the difference between them.
I think we talked about this like first podcast. Get the program.
I will educate myself next time, I promise.
Yes. I want crocodile versus alligator facts.
Crocodile and alligator fact for the day.
Yes.
One. I think I know one. I think alligators are bigger than crocodiles.
No, you're already wrong. Just quit
fuck.
while you're ahead.
Right.
Just quit while you're ahead.
Well, I guess we'll quit in the podcast because we're about at that 1 hour mark. So we'll just end it off with me being fucking wrong.
Sounds about right.
Thank you guys for listening to this awesome and extra scuffed episode of the Sleep Deprived podcast. I've been your host, the Canasian. Next time I'm not going to be the Canasian. And
what?
Yeah, because I said I've been your host, past tense.
Oh, I see.
Using the English language to my advantage. And next episode, it won't be sunshine. It'll be moonshine.
Moonshine is my alter ego.
Yeah, she drinks a lot of moonshine because she's from Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go again with roasting Floridians. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.